Testing sound. Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? You can hear me? Okay, nice. Wonderful. All right. Let's see if people come, I guess. All righty. So we're going to put the bins here. So let's see. Probably need to look at this via my YouTube as well. Currently setting things up. All right, Hunter, you are now moderating. And let's see. So I'm just setting things up. I will open this lid so you can see. And here is baby isopods. But I'm trying to see if more people will come through. Either way, let's prep. So I always use one glove. As you can see here. I have a little bowl for dirty placemats. And for ease of cleanup, I take a pantyhose sock and line a bowl. Or I have a custom one that I combine with. Trash can. Okay. So in here is potatoes and carrots. This one is fish flakes. This is eggshell. This is greens. This one is spinach. For tails, this is mold spore okra, some moldy okra. Here is spirulina. This is cat food and eggshell. Carrot. Peas. Then, as supplements, we have golden flaxseed. We have nutritional yeast. River shrimp. Lentils. Calcium mealworms. Placemats. Food dishes. And I also have these. Dried leaves. Acorn tops. And then a big container of chopped leaves. So to do feedings, it takes a while. You have to check the moss. You have to check the pods. and you have to do the food dishes, and I have to kind of walk to get them and come back. But pretty much you check the moss. Check the leaves. There they are. This is a baby bin, so they're very small. Oh, you can see that was moving. Oh, see right here? He's in a little ball. That's an isopod. So my process I like to do is I scoop the bad food into the trash can. I add a new placemat. And then I choose my food for the week. I think we should use carrot and nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast is very popular among isopods and invertebrates. So just a pinch carrot. And a sprinkle of nutritional yeast. That will be the protein. There is 4 grams of protein within this. So for every bin, we will do this. Here is my water and sprayer. And here's more bins. So for the first live, I'm going to tell you each isopod name as best as I can, and do wellness checks and feed them. So as I said, this one's a baby bin. So I lift up the moss, spray it, and drizzle. That keeps moisture within. And then we put the lid back on. And that bin is complete. The next bin I have here is riparian. They like it real wet. Hyloniscus riparius. For them, I just make sure. You can see they're very quick. I have some nasatums in with them because this is like a wild bin. This one was shedding. Look how quick they are. That one right here is a different type. But this is like a wild thing. Nisatum. More Nisatums. But they live in harmony. I'm going to go ahead and take some of this finer leaf substrate and just sprinkle it in. Then we're going to make it rain. Add some carrot, just loosely formed. And some nutritional yeast. Next, it's quite hard to see, but I have a pet cricket, and they don't miss out in feeding day. Next, in here, we have American roaches. They are babies. As you can see by the one in my hand. These have been raised from egg and have grown quite large. I'm gonna moisten the moss. And place the carrots on the leaves, along with nutritional yeast. The little guys will know it's feeding time. The longer we get, the more we get into my collection, the uniquer and more fancy the species will become. Here are lots of springtails within this enclosure. And it is my bog. So springtails, some isopods, and snails and shells are in here. Sprinkle some carrot and some nutritional yeast. They will eat it readily. Yes, Parrotlet. She is a big part of the stream. So you guys will see the whole collection of my creatures today, for the most part. Okay. Next up, we have dwarf isopods, also known as Venezilo parvus. I purposely raised it up a bit. We're going to start by wetting the moss. And checking the food dish for any stragglers. Wipe underneath. Take the trash can and wipe off the placemat. Add a new placemat. Add the carrot. And then the nutritional use. That is the process we will be doing over and over and over again for about 2.5 hours. Dwarf isopods love to burrow, so if I was to carefully take my fingers in, here's an adult. Do you see why they're called dwarf now? Here's another adult dwarf isopod. The babies are even smaller. Here is pretty much a full-grown dwarf. They like to be burrowed and buried. Okay. Now we have 2 special bins. In here are baby curly isopods. And as you can see, they still have some acorn caps with food. So we're going to just check the moss. And then we're going to check the little bit of leaves. There's one. Moisten the moss. And you'll see other ones running around too. They like to hide. Next is custom orange creams that I bred from the main colony. These guys are super cool because they have a unique pattern. And they've had babies with them. Let me attempt to show you. these amazing orange creams. They have they're mostly white, little white antennas. They're gorgeous. Get in. And if we lift up the moss very carefully, there will be babies. This guy is so pretty. Let's give him some more leaves. Oh, here, if you want to see underneath the piece of wood that they hide. Look at them all! They're so cute. Oh. Since there's so many babies within, I'm going to sprinkle some eggshell just loosely for them. And since they are gonna give them some nutritional use just on their substrate, they'll appreciate it. And I'll add some moisture to their moss. Look at how cute. Oh, you had no color, mister. You should not be in there. Hey. Help me. No, my love. My love has ripped. As you can see, this one does not have that beautiful coloring that I just dropped in back in. They're all so different. It's so interesting. That one was shiny orange. This one's like dusty orange, and then we have like other variants. Okay. So I don't know how my glove split, but because it's still protecting my fingers, I shouldn't worry about it too much. All right. I'll also give these guys extra. Some carrot, some eggshell, and a large dose of pepper. So, if you've been watching, this was just the beginning. I have my main colony, which is over there, to do still. That's about 20 plus bins. I'm just doing some prep. Okay. All right. Okay. Now my gloves split more. Hey, Hunter. You still there? Okay. So I'm just picking out the next one. So on the front of all these bins, I have their scientific name and their common name. So this right here are curly woodlouses, also known as cyclistic convexus. Look at them all! There's so many. Oh! This one curled. Let me see if I can show you. She's so big. Oh. How cute. Come on. So sassy. Okay. Always check for babies when you do this. Flip, throw away. Placement. Carrot. Nutritional yeast. And every week I do something different. I'm not going to crush you. It's okay. You're so silly. You're like, where's your leaf? Where's your leaf, my guys? Okay. Next up, let's fix up some of these placements. Great. Woodlouse, also known as Trachylippus orestes. There's one here, and there, and there. They're all over. The baby. So I'm just going to carefully remove the placement. Next up, dairy cows. here likes dairy cows. Alright, we got someone with favorites today. Look, it's a baby. The baby's on the other side. Right here. That's the baby. And then we have a subadult. But look at them all. They're actually rather large. And now do we smell the food? Do we smell the food? You guys ate your placement. You guys really? I'll try it again. Oh, this one's one of my larger ones. Okay. Here. That's just the food. Here. Wow, look at all the springtails. And the pods are nice and big. We also have a different little guy who likes to hang out with us. It's like a brown orange cream. I just spilled their food inside. Do you see that? They'll be fine. I'll just give them a little extra. Next up, we have rough woodlouse, also known as Porcellia scaber. to show you some. He's biting my fingers because they smell like nutritional yeast. This one. Next up, we have nosy pill woodlouse, also known as armadillium nisatum, and this is my peach hybrid. So they're a work in progress. As you can see, there's a lot more pinkish ones in here than average type. Here is another for Savio Skater, but my community bin moss. Fun fact, isopods play dead. Wonder if it's frightened. Who's currently in here? In this dream? Here's my community bin of nisatums. Yeah. Her name's Darlin, and she loves water. It's kind of different. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Kind of flicked him off. Gives a new meaning to getting flicked off, right? Oops. What do I know? On the future. Your paw is getting wet, you silly. Oh, look. We have another one here. Look at me. Okay. Hey, sheepy. So this one currently is my Armadillium inisatum, but I've been showing quite a few different species. So I have 2 more rows of bins to do, so we're only 1/3 of the way complete. But for the final bin of this row, it is giant canyons. And they are complete with a miniature canyon within their bin. So underneath the leaves, I have loads of rocks that they can hide in with vertical bark. Lots of springtails around the dish. And look, there's actually a giant canyon right here. I'm gonna see if I could get him to come out for you guys. Oh, he's trying to play dead. He's playing dead. Alright, so this is a giant canyon. They are relatively shy. They're super round and cute. And they like to burrow. And that's why they have their own canyon in here. But this is an adult giant canyon. And if I set him back down on the rock, this canyon rock, you will see immediately he nestles down within and hides. They do not like to be seen. They do not like to be bothered. They are a Porcellio species. I check the food mat, make sure there's no babies hitchhiking, throw it away, and then I replace with a new food mat. Porcellio species are a protein-hungry type of isopod. So I like to add a little extra. But let me show you their mossy side. It's more dry. They're more of a desert species. The babies are so cute. Let me see if I can pick him up to show you. I see you burrowing. I did. Gorgeous. That is a baby canyon. And then those are springtails. Remember how I said they like to burrow? So the more you dig, the more springtails will be found, and your chances of finding the canyons will also increase. But the moss is dry, so you know what time it is. Darling time. We have 2 more towers of isopods for the evening. And these are more of the common ones. Alrighty. So now we have Porcellanoides prunosus, silver bullet, from the Kobach Bug Farm. Generously donated by David, one of my friends. Look at them all, they're super quick. They're so cute. Look at them all. Let's show the babies. And again, this is my trash. For the old placemats. How you liking the tour of the pond so far? I'll show you these guys some more. So they like to be under the wood here. Between the wood and the moss. Here's one. They're really quite cute. They have little striped antennae. Oh. And water time. Thank you, Hunter. I can just feel by the leaves that this one's damp enough. Now we have some more specialized pods. We have red edge miaco, also known as Cubaris iridimentes. This is also from the Kobach Bug Farm, generously donated by David. You can see why they're called red edge. There's one right here. And one right here. They're my only Cubaris species. They're so cute. Cubaris like it more damp. Oh, you're so little. Here's another one. Yes, I know. Where's my baby? Yeah. I tend for these guys to make it rain as well. So let's get to their food dish. Man, look at all those springtails. I love these guys. They're so cute. So I'm just tapping frass. Frass is the rectangular poops you see off the food dish. Fun fact that you might not know. Isopods are not bugs. They are actually crustaceans. Time to make it rain. Nice. Alright. Now we have another donation from David. They are called dirt donkeys, also known as Oniscus ocellus. Get down. Get down. You want pets? Get down. Get down. Thank you. These are a rather flat type of isopod. Oh, there's one. Let me show you this one. Oh, there's another one here. Right. I only do wellness checks and possible handling of my pods once a week. So, like, it's not like I'm always doing this. I just check on them. I check their moss. I do wellness checks and just general care. It's important. My springtail goodness. So many. Look at them all. You guys have so many springtails. When there's so many beneficial springtails, I tap. I try pretty hard to not get too many out. Fun fact. Nutritional yeast tastes like a Cheez-It. Not bad if you ask me. Another donated type of isopod. These are Paraceae, also known as Armadillium Paraceae. And they're really good about eating their food. Oh my goodness, he's out. Look it. He's right here. There's always one under the food dish. I call him Chubby. I swear they're eating their moss because they are running low on it. Either way, make it rain. Oh, don't put your paw in the isopods. You're gonna get scared. There's one right there. Let me find a bigger one to show you guys. So they actually get quite large. And they're a very beautiful grayish blue isopod. This is an adult. They have a little horn on the top of their head. This is pretty. And they also have a rough line of bumps going down their back. If you have a little nose. They're very pretty. I like Armadillium species. Hmm. Just want pets. Hmm. I tried to put him down, but he didn't want to leave. Can you go down? Good job. Look how blue they look. They're so pretty. Okay. Next is another goater. Zebras, also known as Armadillium maculatum. Some are already out and about. You have, for this type of isopod, broken stripe and then full stripe. Most of these are broken stripe. I really like these guys. They're really cool. There's more down below. I'll show you another one just because. Okay. Placemat, carrot, nutritional use. I don't know who that one is. Look, there's no stripes. Then I have a special type of isopod called the common striped woodlouse, also known as Phyllosia muscorum. A lot of people don't keep these in the trade, the hobby, because of their fast reproductive cycle and they're hard to breed. But as you can see on the lid right here, but they are more of a speedy, soft-bodied isopod. And these are actually babies, descendants of the ones I got during the spring. And they have babies of their own. Fun fact, you're not supposed to give pine to isopods because if it's not aged well enough, the sap can be toxic to them. But if you age your pine, like super age it till it doesn't smell like pine anymore, because pine is, the smell is volatile organic compounds, the bulks, indicating your pine is not aged long enough. But this right here is pine bark. And as you can see by all the munchies, they eat it. I'm just gonna give it some rain. So why do I keep adding water? You're probably wondering. Lots of water, right? Isopods, especially softer bodied ones, need moisture to live. Here is one of my favorites, common isopod, also known as the common pill isopod or Armadillium vulgare. Hello. You're out and about. Yeah. This right here that I'm trying to scoop up in my spoon is a baby isopod or a baby vulgare. And then this one that I'm trying to pick up is an adult vulgare. Isopods are animals. Like I said, they're crustaceans, they're not bugs. So that means these guys actually reproduce live young. They have what's called a marsupium. Here's my vulgaries. Look at all the babies. Look at them all. The babies are so cute. There's so many of them. But isopods have what's called the marsupium pouch. And that pretty much means they have a marsupium, which is a pocket that they lay eggs in underneath their upper abdomen, and they give birth to live young. And just add a little bit of water to the top here. We now have one more tower of isopods to do. We're 2/3 plus the way done. How you guys feeling? Who's here watching? Alrighty, so for the final tower, we have powdered oranges, porcellanides pronosis, and this wonderful little friend here is Darlin, my kitty. Down, get down. Notice how these are just regular orange. Fun fact, isopods excrete soil. They are very important decomposers. They break down leaves, as you can see. This gorgeous veining of this leaf is because they ate between all of the veins. They eat moss. They eat wood and acorn caps. The white stuff I'm sprinkling kind of loosely in here is eggshell. Yes, sheepy. One more tower. Next up is Porcellanoid prunosis, powder whites, and powder blues. These guys are interesting because so many colors. So the blues have white, as you can see here, and the white, the paper is moving by itself. The whites have blues and the blues have albinos. Yeah. So technically there's two morphs within this. It's a unique breeding characteristic of the powder blues from Kobach buckthorn. And there's just so many. They're doing real well. All of these little things that look like isopods are actually springtails. When the white ones get bigger and breed, they will have blues. When the blue ones get bigger and breed, they will have whites. Next up is Porcellanoid prunosis, powder Oreo crumbles. I have so many of these because they're one of my favorites. I love them so much. They're so cute. Fun fact, isopods excrete dirt, but they're rectangular. So the dirt is called frass. Come here, baby. Come on. Get there. Good job. Check the moss. Look at all these Oreos. So many. Let's see if I can. This one doesn't even have. There's so many variations. These guys need more leaves. So yeah, I do this once a week. And as you can see, they're doing quite well. Next up is the Croatian giant. I only have 3 adults because they came kind of ill. But I have many generations of babies. As you can see here. I'm going to show you an adult Croatian because they really are quite majestic and huge. Come here. Come here. Come here too. As you can see, they're huge for an armadillium species. So they're Armadillium frontizori, and they also have the little horns on their forehead. These guys have good personalities. They're really chill and tame. As you can see, I can just have them hang out on my hand. They're so sweet. They're very special. They're very mindful. Do you want to try to get some hair out of my hand? I feel you nibbling me, honey. Here. Now you have some carrot too. Remember what I said about good personalities? I can quite literally pick them up and feed them right in my hand. Oh, I just put carrot on this forehead. You guys are so silly. I love them. And they have so many babies, like the babies are booming. Kind of crazy. Come on. You're like, you don't want me. Oh, that's why. Because you're eating a piece of carrot. Here, show off your carrot to the viewers. In the front legs, he's holding a piece of carrot. You're so sweet. Do you like it? You're munching. You're munching. You are hungry. So many poops. There's so many poops. You're fine. They don't want to leave. They're just, like I said, they have great personalities. Come for Come for Immediately picking up carrots. Yeah. Yeah, he's munching. This one, he didn't want to stop munching. I'll carefully put this around him. To not be scary. You're so hungry. So the reason you give supplementals like this is because it helps with breeding, it helps with general health. It's just a good thing. As you see, I added calcium because there's so many babies within this. And they grow so big that I want them to have plenty of it. We have 4 bins left. Isn't that crazy? These are called the brickwork woodlouse, also known as Porcellia spinacornis. These are really cool because they're quite confident. They like to be out and about. So right here on the top of this leaf is one. They are also the ones in my profile picture. I also have miniature bricks in their enclosure. I did that just because. Like, they're isopod sized. Like, come on, look at how cute they are. I think they like bricks, though, because they like to climb, personally. Lots of leaves, and here is the spina cornis. And guess what? She's gravid. If you look underneath her, she has a pregnant belly. You're gonna have babies. You're gonna have babies. Very good. As you can see by this mold, crawling with springtails. Oops, okay. I'll throw away what I can. Can you see how that mold kind of fungus slid right off? It's because the placemat. And that, my friends, is why I do it. Makes it easier to clean. Next up is 3 very special bins, all armadillo officinalis. We got the Reds, we got the Israels, and we got the Sicilies. So let's pull out our 3 placemats. There are 3 final bins. 1, 2, 3. Round of applause for the 3 final bins, and it's all one type. Just different morphs. It's all armadillo officinalis. If you have stayed this entire time, absolutely appreciate it. Armadillo officinalis are considered a Mediterranean species. And here is one right here. These are the red ones. Armadillo officinalis are known to hiss when threatened. They squeak. How sweet. They make eep, eep, eep noises by rubbing their legs against their abdomen. Gotta place this. Need to make more here. Now we have the Sicily armadillo officinalis. And they always are having babies. This is a very healthy colony, always have been. I'll show you what these guys look like. I hear the squeaks. These guys are, like I said, a very healthy colony. So you're going to see quite a few. They're like marbles. Sentient marbles. You ready? And you can see the little younger one right here. These guys' personality is why I wanted so many of them. The final bin we have all sheepy. I see. Yeah, the blues and whites I have are doing rather quite nicely. I like how they have albino babies. So much fun. These are Israel hissers, and they are the biggest armadillo species. Each one of these at the time was about $10 to $15 a pod. So for 10 of them, it was $85. Or actually a little bit less, sorry. And they were a gift. It was a very nice gesture. Look at all these leaves I have in here. That's a good thing when they're isopods. I'm just carefully trying to find more to show you guys. As you can see, they're nice and big. What? I'm currently doing a live stream. I'm almost done. Doing a live stream. But yeah, that was the final build. And as you can see, I have a handy dandy scoop, a little tiny trash can that sucks everything in. And it's just good fun. If you guys stayed the entire time, much appreciated. As I said, it takes a couple hours at the minimum to do all this. And yeah, this was my first one. I do this once a week. I can adjust my style if needed, but yeah. How did you think for the first time? Alrighty. Yep. What's that? Hope everybody has a wonderful evening, and I hope that was educational. That was pretty much a complete tour of all my isopods. And yeah, nice seeing you around. Much love. Yeah, Hunter, I agree. Anyways, shutting it off now. Bye-bye.